Hey everybody, welcome back to Electric Cafe. Today's video is about Autechre. I was wondering what I was going to do my videos on today, and then I was getting dressed and I put on my Autechre shirt and I kind of decided it. So, I did a review on the Autechre's first album in kind of, wish I can never remember, Inkunabula. I always hate saying that album. I'm just gonna say their debut album from now on. I just hate saying that name. I don't know what it means. Does anybody know what it means? It's a I wouldn't say it's a dumb name, but it's just like, what does it mean? What is it? I'm sure it means something to them, but maybe it was just them being like, yeah, this is whatever. We're just gonna call it something that nobody can say properly, or without sounding like an idiot. But yeah, I kind of want to go through my Autechre collection on this video and talk about my love for them and I'm sure everybody has a strong opinion about this band, and probably no more so than maybe even no more so except for maybe like Aphex Twin when it comes to like discerning opinions about their discography and their direction and the music they've done and where they're going and live and presentation and their music and things like that. So I'm going to kind of go through their albums and their EPs and some of their remixes that I really like. So their first album was released on Warp Records in '93. Is their debut album. This is I have the TBT version, which they also released on. They were distributed in America by Wax Trax, and that's first got this in like '97, '98, and that kind of opened up my world to Autechre. And I mean that couple of years, and from then all the way up through, especially like Cornfield 2001 and 2002, Gantz, Draft 730. 2002, 2003. I was just the hugest Autechre fan, even just because I was a couple years late on getting them, so I had so much to, by the time it was like 97, 98, I had so much to buy already. They had already done 3 albums and a few EPs, so I had a lot to go back and listen to. And this is the one that really kind of, what an amazing intro to listen to and get blown away by. I mean, this blew me away. If you guys are interested, I just did a review, in-depth review on this today. I'm going to be posting it as well today on my station. I have if you guys look, I have a folder, or I'm trying to do playlists that are sort of like artist ones, album ones, discussions and stuff. So there'll probably be quite a few different folders with different videos, and I'm sure I'll have more going forward as I do more different videos. I want to do some interviews coming up of artists that I love and stuff like that, and sort of kind of tie in some of my friends in the that make music and have labels, and also friends that are big collectors like me, which will be exciting, which I'm really looking forward to doing. I think in this day and age, DJs get a lot of respect and a lot of appeal, and like for their music taste and stuff like that. But I think it's not. It'd be nice to kind of highlight collectors and people that have shared their music with other people and help make great music kind of get shared. I mean, it's people. I wouldn't say it's people like me, but it's people like us that are collectors and stuff like that, and people that are record diggers that keep record stores alive and share music with other people, and I think for the most part, hopefully we share the better electronic music. But yeah, it's a great album. This is the reissue right here, 2016. Here's the original copy, which I just noticed. I never really looked at this that much, but this one says AE. Even you have to turn it on a certain. I think there you kind of see E there a little bit. It's kind of right in here. Here's an E. right in here. But it's kind of is whereas on here you obviously see the AE right here, but also here on the TVD collection you see it right away, but on this one you don't see it as much. That one's kind of like how the album is. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's like that how the album is. It's hard to see the AE on there. You can see it more on the CD than on the album. It's kind of have to turn a certain light, and this plastic sleeve doesn't help with that. But just a very clean cover. I mean, I really like the silver writing down here in the bottom. It kind of shines as well. There you can kind of see the E a little bit, up there, and then kind of the A over here a little bit. Yeah, it's a great album. Obviously, a great album. Here's the. Oh, I wasn't going to go into the singles. That's right. Here's Amber. Amber's fantastic. It's really hard to choose a favorite between Amber, their debut album, and Tri Repete. And I mean, there's a lot of good albums. Hard to pick a favorite. Very very cool album. Here's the vinyl pressing that came out a couple years ago. Most of my Autechre is listening music for me, so for the most part, most of my stuff is on CD. Just because I don't always DJ with but saying that I do have quite a bit of vinyl, but I don't necessarily. It was I didn't get this till it was a repress. I wasn't going to spend $80 on an album that I'm hardly ever going to play when I have the CD player, when I have the CD version. It's just, I gotta draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? I can't buy everything. Great album, obviously great album. This is gonna be interesting when I do a review on this. If this is better than their debut album, or is Tri Repete better? Here's the U.S. version. It's kind of in shambles. I mean, this, as you know, these freaking horrible CDs. These CD spindles are some of the worst things the industry ever made. I should just take it out of here, but it's just a mess. So this, and I don't even have the cover for it anymore because I think I took it off and sort of put it somewhere, or maybe it's So this one, Tri Repete is the third album, and then this is the U.S. version, which also has a second CD, which captures Garbage, the 4-track EP, and then also Anvil, right? Is Anvil? Yeah, Anvil Vapor, which is I think 4 tracks as well. So this one was kind of the best of both worlds. Like you kind of lucky to have this one because it kind of I bought one instead of having to buy the other ones, which was cool. That's always a bonus, right? You get a double CD and it takes you don't have to buy 2 more albums because it's on the B side, right? Here's a chastic slide. Chastic slide. God, I'm gonna butcher all these albums and the songs. Very strong album as well. Very strong. Here's a. Is LP5, right? Is LP? Yeah, LP5. This is the version on Nothing. So they're starting to lose a little bit of the melody in these last two. Chastic Slide, they're becoming a little bit more granular, more into the IDM stuff. Still groundbreaking stuff. Just kind of losing a little bit of the analog, losing a little bit of the melody, losing a little bit of the bass lines. No more 808 bass hits, nothing deep, just more focused. For the good and the bad, people will argue all that all day. Here's Confield, which is a tough listen for me. This is kind of, I felt like when things kind of changed a little bit, as most Autechre, I would say most, but a lot of Autechre fans sort of also feel that things kind of changed when Confield hit, and a lot of people think maybe for the worse. I every time I listen to it, I feel like I'm gonna find something new that I like, and I don't get there. And I'm probably gonna do that again now that I pulled out Autechre CDs, and feel like I need to challenge myself and listen to this and see if I can pull anything out. And I think that's maybe the appeal of it, and maybe the cool thing about it is that it is so abstract that you're finding very small things to appreciate in it, and maybe not getting the full appreciation. Maybe that's part of the granular effect of it. I don't know. It's a challenging listen. Some people swear by it. Um, Compared to their first 3 4 albums, everything up to this point, everything in the '90s they put out, it's a tough listen. It's a tough listen. Um, uh, we're skipping a little bit forward, but I'm going through my CDs right here. This is a self-titled album, right? I just forget just Untitled. That's right. Untitled. This one, this one's a little bit more beat heavy. A lot more challenging to hear, challenging to listen. I think one of the differences with Autechre, especially by this time, especially is when you listen to Autechre, it doesn't flow anymore. You're listening very intently. You're listening for every kind of nuance and every kind of rhythm shifting and every different pattern, every different sound. And there's some super cool sounds and there's some super cool rhythms come out of it. But it's not an easy listen anymore. It's a challenge. It's a more challenging listen, and that's in a way that's them kind of evolving, right? This is kind of more towards their live appeal. I've seen Autechre live in support of this album in 2000. Actually, was it? Yeah, I think it was 2007. I saw them in 2009, or it was 2005 and 2007, one of the two. And then 2016 I saw. The first time I saw them, I was dancing my ass off. Like friends that I had worked with, I went with, and they was like, I'd never seen Tim dance like that. And I was like, that's what their music can do to me. Like, I always, it's easy to make like somebody like shake their butt and dance and stuff like that, but this makes your mind dance. And when your mind dances, your body follows. And I think that kind of dancing is different than when your body dances and it moves your emotions. This one's a little differently. It's moving your mind, and it's kind of telling your body what to do. And and just throwing out all kinds of weird breakdancing moves and stuff like that. And it's just like there's really no wrong or right way to dance to it. It's just what you feel like, and but it's very, I wouldn't say mechanical, but it's very rhythmic. And yeah, they were bugging out because they never see me dance, and maybe I was dancing all right, but maybe there was maybe there was a strobe light and it looked cool, but I wasn't really dancing. Like, who knows? I don't know. But then also Mr. Hall, who God, I'm blanking on his name right now. DJs before them, he always DJs with them, and he always goes on tour with them. I can't remember, but he was such a great DJ. It was such a great set. He really set it up, and then Autechre just killed it. And then I saw him in 2009. I was a little bit disappointed. And then I saw him in 2016, and I took my brother, I kind of turned into a big Autechre fan, and I was a little disappointed that night. But that's kind of the thing with their shows. They're very experimental and kind of throwing things to chance, right? And because they're trying to do everything live, and I respect that. That's cool. That means not everyone's going to be great, not everyone's going to be good, but there were some certainly good moments. But that other time, I don't know, that it all came together that time, and that was fucking sick. But really cool artwork, by the way. I love the use of a lot of their albums are silver, but I really like silver. It's one of my favorite colors. Um, yeah, strong album, but it's a difficult listen. I would say I like Quartice. I like this one a little bit better. This one's kind of similar albums in a way, although there's a lot more tracks. I think this one only has like 8 tracks, where this one has like 15 or 18 or something like that. Very cool artwork. Very cool artwork. I just love it. So simple. Strong albums though. This one's kind of underrated in some ways. Again, it's just super challenging listen though. Not like Confield in a way, but rhythmically, this one's a challenge. This one's got some. Is a little bit more direct. The tracks are a little bit shorter. Very strong album. Then I have right. I might get out of order here. Here's Oversteps. This one got some love when it came out. Obviously, kind of silly packaging. This one got some love when it came out. As far as like a little bit more melody, because I think the last couple albums were really kind of pushing fans' patience when it comes to it being a little too, I wouldn't say boring, but just lacking melody. And I think this one kind of went a little bit more towards that. This is probably my least, I wouldn't say least liked, but least known about album. I mean, by 2010, I'm just like, 2012 or whenever this came out, I'm just kind of buying Autechre albums because I feel like I have to, because I'm hoping something will be great. But I listened to it once and twice, maybe even 10 times I've heard this, but I don't know it that well. I probably need to spend some more time with this one and see. But again, I buy albums, not necessarily listen to right away. I'll listen to it in the future. That's the cool thing about hopefully futuristic music. It'll still be as good in the future as it is when I bought it, right? Here's Exai. Again, another one that I need to spend more time with. I think this came out in 2017 or 16 or something like that. I need to spend more time with this one. Again, it's they're bringing out a lot of material in these years. Here's the 8 CD box set. Nice package, really cool, nice and clean. I do need to spend some more time with this as well. I think I've only heard 2 of the 8 CDs. A lot to listen to here. Between this, Exile, and Oversteps, I really need to get back into it. And then also, I haven't bought the green one yet, but this is Sign. I've only played. I think this is 2020. It came out. I've only played this like once or twice. I need to get back into these later albums and listen to them more, so I can have a better opinion of some of them. Here's Lego Feet, just why I have it out. This is a collection of their earlier stuff. A little bit more ravey stuff on Scam, which is a great label, IDM label, and down tempo and stuff like that. So that's a good compilation. I think this came out in like 2007 or something like that, 2006. They released this. Here's my Tri Repete record. Love the artwork on this one. This one's an original copy, and then here's the still sealed. Here's 2017 or 18 reissue, which again I haven't opened yet. Again, I thought the CD is original, but I did get across this one sometime in the early 2000s. Got this one. What else? What else is there? I think I showed you Amber already. Here's it's LP5, I think, I want to say. Got this for $2.99 on eBay. I don't know how long ago. I'm trying to remember which one this is. Just says Autechre. Maybe it might be a Peel Sessions one. I always forget which one that is. Here's Autechre and Tortoise. This is an interesting album. It doesn't really sound like Autechre to me. Kind of going in EPs and albums here. Here's Draft 7.30. I have the inserts. I've had them on my wall. The inserts are kind of like this. I've had them on my wall since I got this in 2003, framed. Both records, the inserts I have on the wall. Just love that artwork. Love the design and minimalism of these artwork. There's a couple tracks on here I really like. Sounds great on vinyl. This one is. I think sometimes when they go a little too. This one still has some deeper notes in here. I really like this. There's a couple of bangers on Quartize, for example, and this has a couple more. They're kind of a little bit more towards like analog bangers. Here's Gant's Graph, the single. Here's the 97 album, or 2007 album entitled. Love the artwork, so minimal. Very cool. I think the inside has a little bit more. They're all just silver and blue. But I love such a cool pattern. I love that pattern. What else? Here's Sign, still sealed. Again, because I got the CD. My friend Martin released this one on his label. This is like 2021. I think this is the last thing they put out. It's mastered by Matt Colton. Fantastic mastering guy. This is solid. Here's the XI box set. 4-disc box set. Still need to listen to this because again I got the CD, but this is unplayed. I haven't pulled these out yet, and it's pushing on almost 8 years now. Someday I will get to them. Couple remixes I want to talk about. Space Continuum remix of String and Pearls was really strong. I'm not sure if anybody knows this. This one's kind of a rare one. Soft ballad. The album's called Form. This is a Japanese group. There's a track called Jail. Well, there's a couple really good remixes on it. Plaid's got a remix on her. Reload, Black Dog, Global Communication, and Autechre, and then Carl Craig as well. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's kind of a Japanese artist, if I'm not mistaken, like a band, and they sort of a bunch of electronic producers remixed them. This is kind of rare. If I remember correctly, the Global Communication is the best track on here, but the Autechre one is strong too. Journey. Here's the old Quango Records which Quango was a subdivision of Island Records. They put out a few chill out albums, Dimensions and Ambient series, and also this A Journey into Ambient Groove. This is ambient. This is number 3. Had a track by Palm Skin Productions, track called The Beast, and there's an Autechre remix on it. Track number 6. Kind of a rare one. That one's super cool too. Here's a one on Scam. This is the Kino remixes, I believe, right? Yeah, Kino remix they did on Scam. I recently sold my other, the regular Kino. I recently sold that record. Here's a remix of Higher Intelligence Agency. The track Speedlearn, I think it is. Speedlearn? No, I can't really. It's like SPEECH3. Autechre remix is really strong. It's on Waveform slash Beyond Records. This one's kind of a lesser known too, but there's people out there that do know it. The Slowly EP, Autechre remixed one of their tracks for a very unusual album. EP is on Instinct Records in 1995, but the Autechre remix is really strong. Here's kind of an ode to their hip hop days with their remixes of the theme. Autechre remix of the theme by Unique 3. So this is kind of ode to the graffiti days. Kind of a hip hop track. Done Autechre's way. That one came out like 06, I think. Here's the split remixes, 12 inch. Yeah, it's old warp one. Split remix 12. Yeah, so that's all my Autechre stuff. Yeah, so that's my collection. It's a little shorter video than I thought it was. But yeah, my overall view of their music is it takes a lot of close listen. It kind of went from more relaxing music to music that really demands your attention, and because it demands your attention, you really have to give it the attention that it deserves and needs, and not all. And because I want to focus on it so much and absorb it and listen to it properly, I sometimes I don't get a chance to get to all of them because it's 8 disc CD set, a 4 disc CD set, and then there's like one. There's 2 other releases that I haven't had the time to. I mean, it sounds silly to sit down and listen to an hour, but that one's 8 hours, and then they also have their live album stuff, stuff, which is almost like, which, I think this is kind of the live stuff, but I think there is actually even more, if I'm not mistaken. These are NTS sessions. I can't remember if this was the live ones or not. But there is also the live versions that they just, because every live date was like a new album. So there's also those all to listen to, which I've listened to the ones that I went to, DC DC 2016 and stuff like that. That one, I listened to that one. I've heard a couple others, but again, that's another 15 or so, 20 so dates that they did that I need to listen to as well. So there's a lot of Autechre that I need to listen to and catch up in the last 10, 15 years. But the early stuff is, especially all the 90s stuff, is classics. I love especially the EPs. I mean, I don't think I didn't show my CD EP. Here's Anti EP, which is really cool. This one's their sort of warning against rave music being repetitive. So they kind of which fit perfect for their music because it's not repetitive, and so Anti EP, really strong. Here's In Vain. Here's Chick Sweet. It's horrible, this one's. That was really strong. I have 2 versions of EP7, the Nothing one and then the Warp one. I don't have the cover anymore for this one, but different ones back there. So then I have it must have been the Peel sessions, because here's the 2 Peel sessions, and this one has just the Autechre in the corner. So that's the Peel sessions. Here's the 1 and 2 for the Peel sessions. Here's also 1 and 10, I think, right? Remove 1 and 10, 1 and 10, move a 10. Sorry, EP. And then L Event, which came right after Exile. Obviously, since you can tell it's like that. So I need to get the Green album, and then I need to get to a lot of their new albums. Again, I really like the early '90s stuff. I'm still hoping to kind of, like a lot of Autechre fans, kind of, there's a lot of good beats here and there for sure. It's just kind of missing some melodic stuff. I'll probably, I mean, this is going to be a good exercise since I'm doing this channel now to play some of these albums and maybe do some reviews on those in the future. Maybe I'll ask you maybe which Autechre album you'd want me to review, or which new one I should listen to. But yeah, what are your favorite three Autechre albums? What do you think about their early career and their last 20 years? Do you have any opinion? Do you like it all, or do you like the early stuff better, or do you feel like the newer stuff is disrespected? Especially when it comes to the artistic side of it, of doing it raw and uncompromised and unrehearsed. Do you like that feel, or do you feel like they should go back in the studio and actually put something down and think it through and work it out that way? Which one do you think is a better direction for them to do? I think it'd be interesting if they try to do that for actually make the studio album versus doing, one-off experimental, jam band type stuff. But yeah, that's my video on Autechre. Still one of my all-time favorites because of what they did in the 90s. I mean, if I just think of their 90s album, you got 5 albums and like 5 EPs, you got like 10 hours worth of stuff that it will last a lifetime. So they did a lifetime of music in like 6-7 years, in my opinion, and there's still a lot of stuff in the early 2000s which I like. So Cortice 730 Draft's really good. I need to get better with Confield. I do like Untitled. I need to check the 2010 and newer periods, and I like a lot of the EPs as well. A lot of strong music, and they've done some good remixes too. If you don't know any of those remixes, check out some of those remixes. I think if you're an Autechre fan, I think you might be impressed. Oh, there's two that I didn't mention that I have, but I couldn't find, and they're probably the two of the best remixes they've ever done, in my opinion. Is the remix of Neuf by Jello, which Jello was Bola. In 2002, they did that as a piano version, which I used on a mix back in 2002, which I thought was like really cool. I layered it over Tetsu Uno track on a mix that I did, and I love that track. It's just for the most part, it's just piano, and it's an Autechre remix of Neuf, Neph, and it's by Jello, Jello, right? Yeah, and then the remix of Beaumont Hannah's Psionics is amazing. It's probably it's hard to say it's not their best remix they ever did. If you guys know that, I don't have to tell you, but Beaumont Hannah, I think it was 1995. It's called Psionics, so it's PSI-ONYX, and look for the Autechre remix. It's just gonna blown away. Especially if you like Autechre and you've never heard that remix, because it's done right if you like early Autechre, then that particular remix is just probably the best remix they ever did. All right, well, thanks for checking out Electric Cafe today and my kind of overview on Autechre and their discography. All right, take care.